Magandang umaga po, Pilipinas! Welcome to Agri TV at iba pa. Mad about Koi to the max. My name is Mike Hernandez with...
Glassy Hernandez of Kois and Ponds, Las Piñas.
So we thought of sharing with you yung isa sa pangatlong factors na paano natin pagagandahin yung koi. Ito po yung koi nutrition. So dalawang portions po ito, like what I said. Ang una po ay paano po pagpili ng proper koi food. And then yung pangalawa po ay paano po ang pag-apply o paggawa ng proper nutrition ng koi. But before that, let's talk about a brief history on bakit po ba natin ginawa itong proper diet na to.
So when we started having our own shop, we also sell a lot of commercial koi food. But when in our many travels to Japan, we noticed that a lot of the breeders, they have their own formulation for their own koi food. That they use other koi foods as well, but for their special koi that they want to make beautiful or grow, they have their own formulation for it.
So we thought of like, gayahin kaya natin yung mga breeders. Let's do our own formulation and then tsaka natin ipakain sa koi natin.
Tommy Guy is our three children. Tom, Mickey, and Gaita. So we named it after it. Sounds Japanese, but it's actually a Japanese word meaning gaijin.
A wealthy gaijin. So on with the topic today, Bless, we want to talk about how to choose the proper nutrition that you will give to the koi. When we say proper nutrition po, hindi lang po ito na bibili kayo ng Tommy Guy or ng KNP. No, kasi once in a while, we also give our fish some treats.
Treats, yes.
How do you choose the proper nutrition na iaano natin? So number one, ang importante po dito yung mga ingredients na nilalagay natin sa loob.
Always look at the ingredients list. So the first ingredient, usually that's where the most number of content of the koi food would be.
And then if you have the proper ingredients there, dapat po ito ay highly digestible. In other words, if you put in this amount of food, dapat ang magiging excreta niya ay kukunti lang. In other words, if you give them highly digestible food, yung absorption ay mas mataas na pumapasok. And the proper absorption should be dapat tama para sa nutrients ng koi. Kasi iba-iba po yung requirement ng koi. Like for example, if the designer of the koi food is for the food na nasa table natin, iba po yung gagawin natin. In other words, when you feed your tilapia or your bangus, you want to enhance the belly. No? Ang masama po dito, if you feed the same food sa ating koi, ang babagsak po yung belly. And we want to focus on the physical appearance ng koi. This is why we want to feed them with the proper nutrition. A good, highly digestible food that hindi babagsak yung tiyan.
Protein is the most important too, so that's the first ingredient. But usually with our koi food, it comes from white fish meal. So the best quality white fish meal that you could get, that's what we put in our koi food.
In Tommy Guy koi food, in KNP koi food, hindi po natin nilagyan ng ng corn. Kasi we feel na babagsak po yung tiyan ng koi kung ang carbohydrates po ay mataas. Masyado mataas. So this is all solid protein to strengthen the ozutsu of the fish.
Yes, and one more thing, it has to be fresh as we could make it, because like it also affects the quality of the koi food, depends on the freshness. Also, that's why we infuse it with nitrogen. You're one of the, I think the only one that infuses koi food with nitrogen, that keeps it fresh for long. Like right after it's extruded, the fastest we could infuse nitrogen on it, the fresher it will be.
Alright, so alam po natin yan na nagkaroon po tayo ng magandang produkto, nagkaroon tayo ng magandang fish food, no? Other than the treats that we're giving them, we also need to store them properly or keep them as fresh as the day it's made. Hindi po natin to pellets, Tommy Guy or KNP, hindi po natin to kailangan i-refrigerate to keep it in suspended state because these pellets are already shelf stable. Now that we already have a proper nutrition, a fresh nutrition na binibigyan natin sa ating koi, next week,
Next week, we're talking about precision nutrition, how to give the koi food properly to your koi to maximize its potential.
It's not only having Tomigay, it's not only having KNP or some other treats that you have para gumanda po ang inyong isda. Paano po nito ibibigay? Kasi kahit nga maganda yung, kumbaga sa tao, you have a good salad, you have steak, you have fish, you have... Pag iniba-iba po ninyo to, you don't eat steak and salad in the morning. And there's a proper time in a proper amount. And we call this precision nutrition, which we always advocate. Join us again next week as we will hihimayin po natin to, how to do precision nutrition. So thank you for joining us. My name is Mike Hernandez with
Classie Hernandez of Kois and Ponds Farmless Piñas.
dito po lang yan sa Agri Tiba Tiba pa, Mad About Koi. Kita kits, see you next week. Bye-bye, Glass.
Bye!